is visual data that is boiled down to be a very simple application to the business, problem. Now, to the kind of Constellation point, it's like two things. One is companies need to be able to spin up and build projects faster and in more secure ways. And so, depending on your what your application does and how it's applied, it could be, your data could be highly, highly, highly sensitive. And most companies actually have massively highly sensitive data, in which case building a very secure product on a very secure, blockchain or something like the Constellation or network or Hypergraph could make a lot of sense. And I think what's interesting is what, the approach you're taking is being able to do that very easily and without spinning up, an entire team of 30 people to go build or re-architect your product on a blockchain technology. So I'm actually really bullish about your approach and the way that enterprises will start experimenting with blockchain, in that they don't have to go all in. They can just try it. They can start using it in applications. And when they realize that it's truly a better solution, then they'll start to shape the business around it for the future.
No, I appreciate you saying that. One of the big things that we've had a shift on is really how the blockchain space has sold itself into enterprise. And largely, Libra token did this. Remember, we talked about this. Libra did this in selling basically nodes or sponsorships to Fortune 500 companies. That fell flat. There's been a couple other ecosystems that have been out there, like
XRP tried, right? XRP with all the kind of just the money transfer stuff.
Yeah, and so there's an interesting path on selling blockchain adoption in that capacity. And one of the ways that we take this approach is that when we talk with an organization, we tell them about a node. And they're like, oh, well, it's like Bitcoin mining. But then they start to see, okay, what does that mean for your network? Well, a node is a simple data type that they can actually deploy. And that becomes their first way of interacting with a decentralized network. And at the same time, they can earn validator rewards. But that also gets them in the queue of setting up kind of this DevOps solution, which really is kind of the nuts and bolts. So really everything kind of lies in the node. And that's been a lot of Constellation's secret, is that how do you modify that node to accept different data and validate that data? So our approach to